Take a picture of this? Yeah, go ahead. There's two ways that people tend to kill them, okay? Either we'll dunk them head first into boiling water, okay? We're planning to poach them, or we're going to boil them whole, head first into boiling water so they die instantly, or we stab them through their brain. If you have really active lobsters, you can throw them in the freezer for like 2 minutes, a couple minutes right beforehand. That'll calm them way the hell down. But you know, so basically, what we're going to do is you can see down the middle here. There's this line right down his back, okay? And then there's kind of a cross right here where you know, just kind of see it. Think of that as a target right there. Because what you're going to do is you're going to set your knife basically right at that point. We're going to jam straight down and then immediately put the knife flat. And that'll cut right through the brain. So it'll be done. So it's down to the cutting board and then over. When you're cutting over, you want to be careful. He is gonna flail a bit. Go figure. Somebody stick a knife through your head. You'll be watch also for the legs coming forward when that happens. Okay. So we're here, and it's just kind of like 1, 2, 3, down, and then down. Okay. And that's it. Game over. He's dead. There will still be some movement. All right. Yeah. Well, for quite a while actually. They're not the brightest creatures. The way that they don't have much of a brain. It's actually distributed throughout their body. They have kind of different nerve clusters that affect, and so it takes longer for some to die. But essentially, he's done. So we can move on.
Everyone on their phones. Jesus.
Video.
HD video even works out better when I get home.
We're going to want to start breaking them now. Like I said, there'll still be some movement. That's okay. He's dead. Like a chicken when its head cut off, same kind of idea. We're going to break off the outer claws. We'll cut off the lower legs. We'll split it in half. We'll also rip the tail off. Okay? To take off the claw, you basically just grab. I do recommend using a towel just because it's kind of sharp, and you just twist. It just comes right off. I know you thought it would be like a little more force. It's just kind of
twist and pull.
Get your legs out of the way. He's dead. It's okay. He doesn't need respect anymore.
Nerve.
Yeah, we're gonna eat those. We'll cook those, and then the meat inside of them, we'll actually get the meat out and cut it up, and we'll dice it up, and it'll go back into the soup as part of the soup, and then the medallions and the tail will be garnished. Okay. For this portion of it, you're basically just gonna grab and you just twist.
Yeah.
You just twist that tail right off. Okay.
And it still moves.
It will still move.
Good times.
Okay. Now, yeah, it'll close. Sometimes, like if you're gonna cook this as a whole piece, a couple of different ways you can do it. You can take a couple of the skewers and jam them up through the length of the meat. What that'll do is it'll keep it from curling up as it cooks. So if you don't want it to curl as you cook, you could do that. What we're going to do today is we're actually going to separate it using the knife at the different joints, because we're going to want medallions for sauteing.
Do you do it this way?
I usually go from the bottom. Yeah, because that way that's the part that curls up. So you can get in there and block it as you go. You just basically right there. They will clench when that happens, so do not have your fingers in between here. It can close up if you're not holding tight enough, and yeah, you can get your fingers cut off. It's sharp enough, and you can do it with enough force that you won't be happy.
Yeah.
So like I said, we're going to come in, and we can just get the legs off on the side, and we're not really looking for meat out of these so much as some flavor. So we'll saute those in. Yeah, they'll continue to move.
Tripping out.
Yeah, it's all over the place. It's not the brightest animal. It's like the chicken with the head cut off. Okay, same kind of idea where it's going to run around. So these will get sauteed in and sauteed with as well for flavor, and ultimately, essentially even pulled out and pureed. We can save, pick them out.
Just shaking the table.
But it's not really required. Okay. Drew.
Ew!
This is the tamale, okay? This is considered by many to be a delicacy. Right up at the front here, though, we got to be careful. Right behind the head, you can see kind of where it's sandy looking, right in there. See that? So it's kind of sandy right there. Yes, it'll continue to move. Right. Okay, that's basically the stomach up in there. We want to get rid of that because, like, yeah, you can see that he was eating some crap, and we want to take this out. You don't want to serve that. This right here is garbage. We'll get rid of it. Now, on the other hand, the tamale is considered to be a delicacy by a lot of people. You could save it and use it for you could use it with your sauce. Is what happens a lot of times. How do you saute them up and eat it, or?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, when we cook it, we just take out the shell, get that stuff.
Have you killed one before?
I have, but not this one. I've
Did you just boil them, or?
Yeah.
Slaughter them.
Right up there.
It's more like the kidneys. You don't necessarily have to, but you can if you want. A lot of times people won't like the juice. A lot of people want to save and use to cook with. You know the best part is, you throw them on the grill with the legs still on, and like the thing is quite hot. What's that?
Which one?
Okay, you want to feel them while it's still squirming?
I just want to poke it.
You really don't want that stuff. It's very sandy. It's not that's in the tail. It's what they've been eating though. So.
Which is basically like the stomach or the bottom of it.
Yeah, pretty much. So we will use these. What we'll do is we'll cut these in half. Just again, we're just looking to saute this up, just in smaller bits that we can actually move around and get our saute going. Yeah, like a half with bell pan, put the stuff in.
Yeah, that's what we.
What's that?
Really nice.
All that right there.
You like that? Well, that'll go in the sauce in the soup, so we won't like take it out as a particular for.
It's killing your friend.
Killing your friend.
We do want small pieces, obviously, since we're going to be sauteing. If there's too big of pieces left behind, it's really hard to brown it properly. Okay. That's going to be flavor, and we will save
Isn't that right?
the tamale. I'll put that off to the side for. I hate this stuff personally, so I'm not going to do anything with it, but I don't like it.
What? Is it just
I'm trying to think how to describe what it tastes like.
Is it like a liver?
It's kind of its own flavor. I don't really know.
Is this something that Andrew Zimmern would eat?
Yeah.
If you didn't know what it was and they gave it to you, you probably wouldn't enjoy it until they
Probably
put it
fish
in
it
the
up.
lobster gut.
With the claws, you can crack them before you saute them if you want. That's not a bad thing to do. Maybe a little easier to get out later, the meat out of it. Not prepared.
Is that what you would do?
I think the kid died watching.
No, they're still alive.
He's probably thinking, oh, damn, I'm next.
I'll let you
You can sometimes get in and sometimes especially the part of the you want to take the tips off. We're not trying to get it, you're just break into it, let a little moisture in. Like Tremors?
Yeah.
Gravel?
I remember that movie.
Oh, wow.
Why do you,
Just, it cooks a little bit easier, it'll also make it easier to
it opens it up for the, so what's that? Good.
That would be like blood. Something, I would imagine, yeah.
Okay, so on these guys, when we're going to separate them, again, we want to separate them at the joints, trying not to crush the shell any more than it's absolutely necessary, although.
Wow.
Well, I mean, there's going to be some crushing of the shell. You just don't want to flatten it out.
Is that what you were calling your medallion?
yeah, these will be the medallions that we can then go ahead and cook.
You're gonna saute them with the shell on?
Yeah, and then we'll take the shell off and use it for more flavor. But medallions for cooking.
Aww.
Oh, that's still moving. That's crazy.
Still moving a little bit, but we'll get some medallions out of it. Getting that flavor, primarily a little bit of meat. So who's going next? You want to go next? Excited?
Are we doing it just right here? I'm gonna record all together.
But nice small bit.